All right. Y'all gonna learn today. Oh, tonight, we got a special show this evening. We got a special show with this beautiful, I call her the Mac. She's the Mac Attack, believe me. She all of that and better than McDonald's, I'm telling you right now. DeAriesha in the building. She's going to be in the building. She's an artist. She's an author, former actress, and she's going to be tearing it up. All happening at the top of the hour, family. You know I got to run the commercials. Also, we're going to be talking about her books. We're going to talk about her books also. Oh, y'all don't understand. So don't touch that dial. Tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your cousins that King Simon is in the building, and we got the Mac Attack coming in live and direct. So don't touch this dial, baby. She's going to give us the ABCs of astrology. Keep it locked. Don't touch that dial. It's your brother in the building, and we'll be back right after these messages. So keep it locked, okay? Thank y'all.
Blood in, blood out, that's the culture. Haters cause it ain't us, that's some vultures. It was all good when we was soldiers, but when we asked for that land that they owed us, blood in, blood.
December 4th in Florida, Cosmic Alignment with Billy Carson alongside Ellison Nebra. And don't forget, King Simon with Dina Divine. And don't forget the one and only Joshua Sarah, all happening in Florida. Linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator for tickets. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. This is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon, the Numerovator. Get all 4 of my books. And of course, that's the Numerovation for mental stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. That's right, we are back. We are back. It's your brother King Simon in the building. You know how. All right. Before 7 o'clock on the East Coast. And your brother is here, family. And of course, just playing some music in the background. But just want to remind you that we got a great show. We're going to be speaking about the ABCs of astrology tonight. But of course, I got to mention also what's coming up later on at 9 o'clock tonight. I got another special, beautiful sister that's going to be on with us. And her name is Kesia Jones. Kesia L. Jones will be in the building. Personal coach, entrepreneur from Nashville. She'll be in the building with us tonight. And that's what's going to be happening at 9 o'clock tonight. So it's a double header, family. So make sure you tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your cousin, tell everybody. Tell your damn enemy that King Simon's putting y'all together to making things happen, just like I used to do back in the day. Yeah. And also, don't forget, on 11/11 at October the 23rd, we have this beautiful sister called Karma Anika Ma'at. She's doing a one-woman show, so she's one woman on a mission. Her first one-woman show in Atlanta, Georgia. Let me see if I got that flyer right here. This is the flyer with her, and she's going to be performing at the new Black Wall Street Market in Stonecrest, Georgia. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, black owned and operated, got all the good things. So she'll be with us on October 23rd. That's another double header at 11 a.m., 11 a.m. And then that evening, one of my martial arts extraordinary family members from Sanukas Rue Jiu-Jitsu, the founder, Dr. Moses Powell. We got the one, the only Grandmaster Lumumba Hernandez. If you ever been to the African Arts Festival, this man was the chief of security over at those African Arts Festival back in the day. And people would not mess. They did demonstrations. And also special guests will be GM Grandmaster Abdul Hakim. So that's going to be nice that evening at 7 p.m. on October 23rd. So we got this and we got this on October 23rd. It's a double header. And don't forget, you know the Royal Chamber is going to be doing this, the tribute to the ancestors. It's not a Halloween party. October 29th, big up to Helen, Sacred Secret, and the whole crew that's going to be there is going to be at the Royal Chamber in Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be there. I'm going to come out there and look like one of the Nation of Islam brothers. That's how I'm coming. I'm not coming looking next to anything else, but one of those brothers when I come over there. So make sure y'all come on out. It's going to be great. And that's at 49 Bennett Street in Atlanta, Georgia. All right. And of course, just want to remind people, of course, we're going to be in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm celebrating 27 years in promotion and production. That's right. One day only. One day only. One day only. That's right. For one day only, your brother and these other great people are going to be on the beach to a venue. We're going to have a good time. And it's going to happen on Sunday, December 4th. I'm celebrating 27 years. 27 years I started at SOBs in Manhattan from 1995 professionally. But now it's 27 years in doing it professionally. But I've been doing it since I was 12. So it is what it is. Big up to this young man with his new books out. That's right. I Am. That's his new book, of course. So make sure you big up Joshua Selden. Joshua Selden, make sure you go to his website. Let me make sure we find his website right now so we can put it up. And y'all go to www.iampublishing.com. That's www.iampublishing.com and get his book. Children's book, great book. Supercharge your imagination with affirmation that will open the eye in your mind to infinity. So big up to the infinite powers and infinite possibilities that he's speaking about. So make sure y'all support that book at I Am Promotions or Publications. Make sure y'all support that, brother. Now, this is my hypnotherapist. So if you want to book a hypnotherapist session with this beautiful sister who's been doing it for nearly 26, almost 30 years, Kendall Avery Kyles, make sure you hit her up at 800-503-1993. That's 503-1993. Very good. She's the one that helped get me down here, to tell you the truth, boy. Ooh, Lord, she helped me clean up all kinds of stuff in my mind. So she's a great hypnotherapist. Make sure y'all support her. Also, big up to Queen's Cuisine, Atlanta. Make sure if you want some of the greatest foods, that's the delivery that I got. She delivers food to your house an hour away from Atlanta, or she can send it to any 50 state. She got all vegan cuisine. Believe me, make sure you support Queen's Cuisine, Atlanta. Dial her right now at 518-SOUP-NOW. That's 518-SOUP-NOW. I got a whole bunch of soups and wraps in I'm about to finish my wraps, and all the food is delicious, I'm telling you. And if you want to go to Kemet with the great legend himself, Baba Ashra Kwesi, all you have to do is call his number at 214-371-0206. That's 214-371-0206. He takes you to the Nile, takes you to Cairo, takes you to all of Nubia, takes you to Kemet. Kemet New promotion. Make sure you tell them that King Simon sent you. If you call that number, he'll take care of you. Tell him King Simon sent you, all right? 214-371-0206. Last trip, they had 150 people there. It was on point, I'm telling you. And big up to my beautiful, beautiful journalist, writer, and activist, my former wife. Really, my former wife here. Big up to Majida Majay. Big up to her beautiful self. Make sure if you want any editing or any work with some writing and all that, this sister can help you out. She's a beautiful sister, and we are still good friends as ever. And big up to my girl, Kimmy, doing her thing. The Ankara fashion show happening on Saturday, October the 22nd. That's going to be big. You got to be there. I'm telling you, I'm supposed to be there, but I can't make it. I might not be able to make it, but this is going to be an African American fashion show. Oh my God, I'm serious. It's going to be off the hook. I'm telling you right now. Make sure you go there and go to chicinprint.com. That's chicinprint.com. One of my teachers here, the astronumerologist, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. That's Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Get his books, take his classes, do a session with him, hook him up. That's the Baba. He is one of the best astro-numerologists because he blends astrology and numerology together. That's how he makes it happen. And don't forget, you could take my class on udemy.com. That's udemy.com. It's an introductory class, holistic numerovation. That's right. I do holistic numerovation, baby. So 2-hour course. It's on Udemy right now. It's one of the highest rated courses right now on Udemy. So big up to all those people that's been, all my participants that's been supporting, all right? And don't forget, if you want the 8-hour course, all you have to do is text me the word course to 347-496-1022, and I'll send you the detail. 8 hours, $333. It's gonna go up next year. So make sure you get it now for this price. 8 hours, chalkboard, and PowerPoint. You want to be in it to win it when you learn this numerovation, baby. This is what we do. All right. Don't forget all 4 of my books you can purchase on Amazon, or you could go to Linktree. That's /King Simon the Numerovator. That's /King Simon the Numerovator. And don't forget, if you want to book a full session with me, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And big up to one of my co-producers. We are doing a 10 for 10 minutes and 10 seconds pre-recorded session to tune you up and keep you activated. All you have to do is text your first name only and your date of birth, and I'll send you the details to that. All right. And of course, let me turn down this music because it's all about the content disclaimer. Very important that you do this, family. Before I bring on my guests, let me turn down the volume. Content disclaimer. Views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. And of course, we want to let people know, disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. And fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. That's right. You always got to watch your back when you're doing content creation. Always remember that. Get your disclaimers up. Stop playing. We're not doing this. We don't play with this. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Are you ready for your brother, family? I'm going. Get ready. Are you ready, family? Are you ready, family? Are you ready for your brother? Let me take this off and take this off. Hey, Lord of mercy. What up? What up? What up? Now, this next person I got coming, I hope everybody's doing well. Make sure y'all know my rules, family. Y'all know my rules. Here's 2 of my rules. Here's 2 of my rules. The first rule is always, please thumb up, share, and like this broadcast to build the algorithms. Remember, sharing is caring. That's right. There it is. Second rule. You know how my second rule is. Respectfully, this is a troll-free zone. So trolls, please take a stroll somewhere else. There it is. Oh, yeah. Woo, man. The sister that I'm about to bring, we've met each other some years ago, even before she wrote her book. This sister I'm about to bring is a beautiful, beautiful sister. Believe me, she's fine. I'm telling you, brother. Don't let me put on my Barry White voice on this moment. It's going to be lit up in here. Now, DeAriesha Mack was born in the Bronx, New York, raised upstate New York. She is a multidisciplinary artist with a master's degree in teaching and education. She loves to teach and empower others through her vast knowledge of astrology. She has studied astrology for over 20 years and has over a decade of experience of giving astrological readings to hundreds of individuals. DeAriesha is also known as the Stars on social media. She is an actress who has worked on TV shows on networks like HBO, NBC, Stars, and Netflix. DeAriesha is also a fine arts artist specializing in oil painting and music producer with skills in the drums. Let me tell y'all ain't ready for this, sister. When I tell you I'm bringing on a superstar of superstars, I want y'all all to welcome on the virtual stage of King Simon Presents, right here, only quality people. The one, the only, DeAriesha Mack. I call her the Mac Attack because she's coming to bring it just like that. What's up, the Mac? What's up, Bill? What up? What up? What up? What up?
That was the most awesome introduction I have ever received. Ever.
Oh, really? I'm sorry to hear that. I'm here to give you your. Huh? What'd you say?
That's my bio.
Yeah, but I got it from your. I got it from the back of your book.
I said, man, that's good. Did he write that?
No, I wish I did. It's about the author. That's what it says.
Right. Yeah. That was cool.
How you been, beautiful? How you been? Long time no see.
Man, I've been awesome. And you're right, it has been such a long time since I've seen you, man.
Yes, it
walking
has.
around with your books.
Man, girl, and plus family, of course, this is her website, AstroDstars, of course.com. And of course, all her information right here. She got the Cash App, you got the email /PayPal, you got all her social media up here. Y'all guys take a snapshot or do something. Make sure you support this superstar artist, author, educator, producer, and much more. Contact her and spread love. You know how we do. There it is.
Absolutely. I love that you didn't just introduce the astrological side to things, because there's so much more to this story than just, me as an astrologer. So I'm really glad that, you're encompassing all of me into this interview.
Well, let me tell people that first of all, the topic for today is ABCs of astrology and how to become your own astrology in your family. Although the book is called ABCs of Astrology, a beginner's guide to becoming your own astrologer. But I a lot of people don't know that these modalities can help you become more accountable of what you need to do and how you need to do things in this realm. As you know, I do numerology, but I do numerovation. I don't do numerology anymore. I stopped that already a long time. I created my own lane. And I find that both the astrology and the numerology go hand in hand. They like brothers and sisters. They like kissing cousins. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand those two modalities and every other divine nation system, it can be very helpful as a GPS-like guiding system. What made, my dear Ms. Mack, what made you get into this realm of studying astrology and any type of other spiritual modalities? What made you go down that route first and foremost?
This is I love that this topic, because I want to say my family. I come from a heavily Pentecostal Christian family. I respect what they do. Pastors, uncles are pastors on both sides of the family, so I can't. Ain't no escaping it, right? So it was really something that was so anti, but it didn't make sense that they were so anti it. Like, because it just, but didn't the three wise men, when they look into the stars, but isn't all this connected? Didn't the creator create these things? So it didn't make any sense to me, and I found myself, growing up, just feeling a little bit like the black sheep. They call it the black sheep. Feeling that way.
I call it the gray sheep.
I knew it. I said that hesitantly because it's a better word for that. But
exactly.
you feeling like, man, you know, I'm alone in this world. You know, growing up, I was really kind of peculiar than most kids. I was very mature for my age. You know,
Right.
I was the only Black kid in a lot of my classes, and on top of that, I was highly creative. So all these things just put me into my own world, and you know, I just started. You know, I didn't want to go to school no more. So I said, let me distract my mind with something interesting. And so I picked up this, you know, everything that it's being rebellious. You know, I was being rebellious, you know, 13, 15. I was 15, and I just wanted to do something different that everybody was doing. So I started learning, and I was hooked. I was hooked. Trying to get out of math, but this was math. It was
Exactly. You can't run from it. You cannot run from the math, girl. You better stop playing.
You can't.
You know,
that's my story. That's my story.
Oh, that's your story. Well, you know, give that a round of applause, of course. Yes, I appreciate the story because there is a journey. There's always a journey. You know, the journey of the shiro and the hero. There's always a journey of the shiro and the hero, and that's what's been mimicked throughout time and history, even by studying astrology or the numbers and all that. They you could tell that they was using those type of things during biblical, Quranic, all the different religion. They, you know, they try to say they don't, but that we know better if you study. We all know better, you know. So from 15, so 15, you from 15 you got into this, huh?
15 years old, not taking it seriously. Like, and I was just thinking last night, I'm like, man, at 15 years old, you never thought this is where you would be at this stage of your life, that you would have still been doing this, that this stuff even mattered. You know, at 15, it's just my escape from math class. It ain't nothing. Until actually it was Samuel Reynolds.
Oh yeah, my brother, Samuel F. Reynolds. Yes, yes, give him a round. My brother, I haven't had him in a while. Yes. My brother, yes. My brother.
He gave me a lot of confidence, and he was like, "Nuh-uh, sister, I want you to do a reading for me." And I did a reading for him, and then I started going to his workshops.
His mystic, right.
Oh my God. And that was what really let me say, okay, now it's time to get paid. That's what it was
about. I called Samuel and told Sam, I said, Sam, you know, he being born November 22nd, remembering his birthday, of course. He considers himself a Scorpion, not a Sag. So that's he's right there on the cusp. But but I remember telling him, doing the Mystic Lounge, because I had to, you know, when he vets you, he wants you to do a session for him in order to allow you to do his Mystic Lounge. So he did a session. I did a session for him, and he was very enthralled with what I did. And then I told him years later, after he closed that down and stopped doing it, I said, you know, your Mystic Lounge allowed me to set my timing on time, how to get in and get out. You know what I'm saying? Because we had 10 minutes, but he wanted us to stop around 8 minutes, start calming it down and get people on, because you had more people coming in, you know, and kept me. And I thanked him for it. I thanked him for that. And, you know, of course, you got to give him a round of applause, because that Mystic Lounge was going for a long time. So big up to Samuel F. Reynolds. And make sure y'all go to his website, Unlocking Astrology. That's his website, Unlocking Astrology. One of those. But check out Samuel. I'm gonna try to get him on, because he gives a nice. Because we used to go to the same mosque, the masjid over on Bedford Avenue. And the sister that I mentioned, that was my former wife, she's also one of the people that work at one of those masjids over there. So she used to work for him back in the day at his old spot. So which is interesting. We all connected.
I knew what I know now. I would have been working for everybody. I'd have been everybody that was accessible back in Harlem, and that just hub. I would have just taken more advantage of it. I know a lot of people my age are kind of saying that, looking back on that time, like, man, you know. So it's all good though. I sent him an email.
That time, and the time right now that we're in is a lot of the younger people are starting to gravitate more to the astrology and the numerology and all the different. I don't call it divination. I call them divination modalities, because that's what they are. Divination modalities, because it comes from the divine. It's just how you use it with your intentions. I remember being questioned. You know, coming from a religious family, my father's a pastor, sister. My mother, she's in and out of church, but she respect what I do. But I tell, you know, finding out that, you know, being interviewed by different people, and then somebody saying, what do I say when they say this is of the devil? And I said, first of all, who created the devil? Let's be very clear when you ask me questions like that. And was the devil once an angel of God? Yes or no? And once you know that, then the angels that you call positive know the same information. It's a matter of your intentions of using this information. Because everything got us good and evil. Everything got us. But so when people ask you that question, because most religious people go against it because they were taught that this is something evil. How do you handle that question when it comes and posed to you, my dear? Please.
Man, they don't even dare. I haven't had nobody say it to me in a long time. I was about to go on a date, and he said, I think you're entertaining demons. You're entertaining demons. He said, but we can still date. And I'm like, I'm stuck in my mind, like, what you mean we can still date? And why do you want to date somebody that's entertaining demons? Like, what's wrong with you? You talking about me? So, what I said to him was, this is the study of nature, the elements, and how the elements are affecting you, and how these planets are affecting you. The Creator made these things. Why wouldn't they affect you? And could there possibly be a study of how it affects you? And if you want to call it astrology, call it whatever you want. Right. But there is a study of the Creator's plan for you. There is a study of it. And you can use it to be prepared. I mean, there's some that believe you can change the future with it once you see it. But I believe you can do that through intentions. Anything can change when you walk out of a reading. It just depends on, because it's about 5 different paths you can go.
Right.
So, exactly. So I answered that. Did I answer it? I would.
Yeah, I mean, you basically did, because nobody really stepped to you like that, but you spoke about somebody that wanted to date you and say you're entertaining demons.
Right. So it's like,
and when people go down that road, I said, well, all of us are entertaining both the positive and negative. That's just our makeup in nature. If you have protons and neutrons, you're entertaining positive and negative. It's which one you let take over is the deal. Because like Baba Dick Gregory once said, whose birthday just passed, and I did a tribute to him. And I said, he said, when you see these children, they're not pimps, pushers, and killers. They don't become that way until they come through us. So obviously, when you start teaching and guiding, you can use astrology or numerology to help teach and guide people on the higher path. And if they choose to go down the lower path, that's the lesson that they decided to go down. That's their lesson. It's not your lesson. You done gave them the way. And that's what I like about your book. That's what I like about the ABCs. ABC is easy as 1, 2, 3. It's ABC is easy as 1 through 3. And and going into the book, because one thing about her brothers and sisters out there that are watching it, please, once again, please share and like this, thumb up and like this video, this broadcast, so we can build the algorithms. Of course, like I say on the bottom, remember, sharing is caring. One thing she does she gives a brief history, of course. She goes back to Kemet, which is actually Africa. She goes into her introductory about it. And I like the final thoughts, because the final thoughts give like a real good summary. And she definitely goes through the houses for you. She goes through, and I'm not going to go and read the whole book, the ascendants, the angels, and the angles. I mean, and the angles. And people don't understand that angels is angles. That's the same word. They don't understand. She goes through the whole thing for you. And she keeps it real simple. Like I said, she's a number one like myself. So we like to keep things straight to the point. Keep it real simple. We don't have to and it's not a bunch of deep words in here. You got the basics. And she breaks down even Whitney Houston's chart, which was very powerful in there. And I was checking that out. She being born on August the 9th, I believe she was born on August the 9th. Remember,
that's my favorite part of the book. I'm so glad you like it.
No, I know. That's now. Before we go on, we ain't finished yet. We still got a little time. We got some more. We got some more talking to do. See, to once you produce something, a material like this, my dear. This is when I tell people, when you start producing books, that's when you become an authority at what you do. And now, out of all the hundreds of people that you have done, who are some of the people not celebrities and all this, have people come back to you and said how much they really respect what you gave them and what you shared with them through the astrological method? How did that work, and what were some of the real heights of people sharing that respect for what you do? Please, let's talk about that.
Oh man, and I was thinking about that like the day. I'm just so grateful for all the people that have supported me through this whole journey of bringing it to the internet, really, and and I just okay, wait, say that one more time.
Yes, how now the people that you've consulted over the years.
Yes. Okay, so recently, recently it hit me. I had a friend of mine, and she had came to me, and she really was a little pressed, and she wanted to know when she was going to have a baby. And with me, I learned that you have your basic things according to astrology. Things will retrograde. The sun moves 1 degree every day. Those are facts. They're not changing. And then sometimes you wonder if those are facts, truths. But anyway, those are not changing. And then there's some things that you can create little formulas and stuff to add to astrology. And I recently started to realize, I said, hey, you can invent stuff and it works. Oh, shoot. So I don't know if this was an invention, but someone wanted to know when they were getting pregnant. And I did my little calculations. I did my math. And I said, okay. And then I called her back. I said, all right, around June, boom. And I said, you're going to be ovulating around this time. This time, start doing it, boom. And it hit. It actually hit.
It is. Congratulations.
She's having her baby in June. So I'm trying to call her and find out if it was a boy or a girl. But that was the most recent. My biggest love is doing relationships. And I've helped people in abusive relationships. I've had people pour their hearts out to me and let me know, you saved me. I was in a situation and I didn't realize how heavy it was for me. But your reading, it let me know it was time to go. So I mean that hit me so hard that I could do that. And there's just so many people all over, that have written me about it and about reading I've done, and it was accurate. And I don't remember. So I'm like, for real? What, girl? I was every single time. Every single time. I'm humbled that they work and that this is on point. So I never with it.
And that's a bit. Now this is a website, family. Now stop playing. Y'all can go to her website right here and sign up for readings and all of that. She even said, she got the Synastry course available. Also new learning relationship astrology. First of all, let me show you. She has like 3 of these beautiful books that she has up here. There's and you it's 3 books you have, right? Not 4, right? 3 books, correct?
Yes. 3 books. I have 3 books and a course on learning synastry. It's about 10 to 15 hours. We just showing you how I break down charts. And I had to write ABCs of astrology before I could do the synastry course, because it's like I got to show you the basics before I could get to the good stuff. So this is my favorite topic in astrology, synastry. Putting couples together. I do readings. That's what you're on now. I do synastry readings and I do basic natal charts. You can study your chart, you can study on your relationships and study your particular relationships and just go into it.
As you can see, she has courses up here too, family, and you want to be able to just jump on and really, line up the courses. A very reasonable learning relationship astrology, 297.
More comment for sure.
Yes. And a basic astrology refresher. She hooking you up. Also, she got some products, like you said. Of course, we talking about the books, but she also got a T-shirt out there and all that good stuff. She got a lot of stuff, learning relationship. And now, dealing with relationships. I personally stopped doing compatibility numerology only because I realized that people are not serious a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've gotten that. I've sent them to Lloyd Strayhorn or other people. I just want to focus on the individual getting better themselves. personally.
Oh, so
That's
you
why.
like, I'm like entertaining that crowd. Go to Lloyd. Lloyd will do it though. Lloyd is ready.
Yeah, Lloyd is an elder, so Lloyd gonna turn up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me, I'm focused. I'm focused, and because sometimes brothers will send you 2 or 3 women that they trying to deal with to find out which one is best for them, or a sister might send me. They do all of that kind of stuff with me. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. And that's why I keep it real simple. So, but with you, how have some of the relationships panned out? Because I always stress to them that if one person is on a healing journey at that particular time and the other one is not, then it won't work for that point of time. How does have it work for you as far as the relationship and keeping them together? Because they're going to have to keep on coming back. Some of these people need to come back because of their own past traumas. So how does that work for you, Dom?
It's true. I mean, it was like 2 parts in that question.
I know,
First
yes.
part, I get what you're saying. I try to make sure that people understand, these readings are basically just a generalization. Like you can't, number one, I price my readings at a certain price to avoid that. And nobody calling me with 2 girlfriends. With the way I do it, like, you are serious, because I take readings serious.
Exactly. That's what I tell them. I take this stuff real serious. Don't do this to me.
Yeah, I know you do too. That's right. And so I let them know that this is something for me. It takes a lot for me to do readings. I keep my readings open during seasons, and then I shut them down. I don't care what it is, what you want, what you need. I'm shutting it down, my season for readings. I'm coming to a close now. So because it takes a lot for me to talk about your problems. These are your issues. And I'm taking them on, and I can be very empathetic and just taking it all in. So for the beginning, I'm very selective about my readings and when I'm doing them. And I like that sometimes it's not a huge volume sometimes, and I can just sit and breathe and chill in between. The thing about relationships, I always give the disclaimer that you have to make the decision yourself. I'm not going to tell you to leave your man. Exactly. All right. Of course, if you're violent and you admit to me, yeah, he do beat me. Of course, I'm going to say, girl, get out of here. But at the end of the day, if you're just struggling and you're not sure and you've been married for 20 years, I'm not going to tell you to leave your husband. But what I want to tell you is to verify what I'm saying to you. If what I'm saying, I never met you from a ham and a ham hock nowhere, and I'm telling you these things, but at the same time, you can confirm them, sis. That is your final confirmation to do what you need to do.
Exactly.
And that is valuable sometimes. It's more valuable than people realize, that final confirmation. Because yes, the answer is always within us. We always are going to have this, right? But sometimes life will get you messed up. Sometimes you ate a cheeseburger, too much grease on your brain. It's just sometimes we get lost within the journey, and we need someone else to objectively look for us. And
that makes a lot of sense. We'll give that a round. Let's clap that up. It makes a lot of sense. So family, it's very important that y'all think about what you're doing and how you're doing things, and realize that at the end of the day, it's in your hands. How you step. You got to have those disclaimers. I always have a disclaimer, always telling them, look, this is not psychic. This is stay focused. Stay focused. I let them know. But, a lot of people, and again, thanks to people like Samuel F. Reynolds, who did a lecture for me. It's on my YouTube channel, and he showed where astrology and astronomy separated at one time, where they was working one time together in tandem, and then boom, it was separated to, of course, control and stop people from understanding that connection, and that's and I like the brief breakdown that you bring of history to the again, and of course. Speaking about, can a planet really affect you? Let's talk about that real quick, because a lot of people don't bear witness that planets, even its motion, if like when the moon and its motion, if you're at the beach, you'll see the rip tides, you'll see the tides when the moon is close, you'll feel it, and when it's at its distance, you can feel that it's calm. The whole talk about that really. Let's talk about that, please.
And this is so beautiful. This whole book was really kind of inspired by my family. So it's really funny that because they all sat me down. They had an intervention, right, just before I wrote it. And they was like, we want to talk to you about this astrology stuff you're doing. My mom was a pastor and had church, Refuge Temple in Harlem.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bishop Wilkins. So he was just like, what do you? I speak about them in all respect. You know, he's just like, you know, we want to talk about this. You know, ain't no Venus affected me. And I said, but uncle, you know, the moon affects the tides of the water, and we are made up of water. Why cannot? Does the sun make us black when we sit in it? You know, you get burned by the sun. It affects you. Exactly. And it affects you emotionally as well. And he just, you know, I got a lot of blank stares, which is good. That's right. When you're debating, it's very good to just get a blank stare sometimes. There's no rebuttal, just.
That's right. A respectful stare. Like,
that's
happened to me numerous times. That's happened to me numerous times.
Let them know it does affect you. It absolutely can affect you. Now, to what degree?
Yes.
You know, you got to feel it out, because I can predict and I can say, hey, you got a Saturn moon square, you need to work on, you know, eating right, because, you know, it might affect your mood, might come down. And it might not be that extreme for you. You know, it may not be you sitting there crying, but it might have been a moment that you had. You saw a flower in water and got emotional. Who knows?
Right.
So, you know, but they will affect you.
And you know, explain to people about houses. Sometimes people just focus on their sun sign. They don't know there's moon, there's Venus, there's Pluto, there's everything. Explain that whole sequence. And now when somebody's moon is, let's say somebody's sun, my sun is a Aquarius, of course, and my moon is Scorpio. What is that contrast from your perspective? How does that break down when you look at that? You know what I'm saying? When you look at mine.
You ask me two questions at the same time. Which one you want? The house? You want your moon? And
let's deal with the moon, and let's deal with all the planets. How it goes in succession. Because when you look at the chart, people think they just one particular sign, but you have multitudes of sign that runs through your chart. Yes.
We are made up of all of the signs. Exactly. All of us have. If you say you can't stand an Aries, well, you got a piece of Aries in you.
Inside you.
We're made up of all of it. It's just some of us exude more pieces of the signs than the other.
Right.
And, you know, whether that's a planet that's in that sign, an angle that's in that sign, you know, sometimes you're just more Leo energy than you are the rest of your entire chart. So that's how that goes. Now, when it comes to houses are the area in life in which that energy is acting out. So, for example, the second house, these houses are all connected. It's like the circle of life. You know, these 12 houses are connected. The 12th house being the last exit. Okay, so the first house, that is you, your physical body. The physical body goes to earn resources in the second house. Once the physical body has resources and has certain things that they value, they develop skills in the third house and those things that they value. And once you have skills, now you have your home space. We all have our home spaces where we develop our skills, where we hold our valuables, where we, our physical body, are in the fourth house. When we get to the fifth house, where we create with those skills, with the valued goods that we have, with our body, we create in the fifth. Sixth house, we take it to work. All those that stuff and all those skills we develop and we take it to work. Now you done gone to work, you're making your money. What's time for next? Time for partnership. You go to a partner in the seventh house. Now you got that partner. Okay, once you get married, then you should do the dirty. And you doing the nasty in the eighth house. Okay, you sharing assets. Okay, and then y'all take it. Once you did dirty, now you can take it to a high level and go to church in the ninth house.
Hold on. Which is interesting because my moon is in Scorpio in the eighth house. What does that mean? She said, "Ooh."
Yes, Scorpio moon in the eighth house. That means meditation for you is so valuable and important.
Yeah.
The emotions get turbulent, and the emotions can go so into this dark ocean and never forgotten. You ain't never forgetting an injustice.
Because it's interesting, you just ran down one through as you're going and climbing the ladder. So that's interesting.
Oh, I can keep going. Yeah,
no, yeah, go ahead. Go to the 12th house. Go all the way to the 12th.
So yes, you with your partner. Now you have your partner. Now y'all go to church or y'all meditate together after you do the damn thing, and then you go to that. Also, the knowledge that you get in the ninth house, you take it to your career, and then you develop your legacy. So I put all that stuff from the creativity, from the skills, from the values, from the the hard work and routine. because you got to have a routine while you're doing work in the 6th house. You got your partner in the 7th. You join together spiritually. All right. In the 8th house, you were intimate when you have sex with someone. You join with that person. You become that person. So then you go to the 9th. You get the education and the spiritual knowledge. You take it to the career, and in the career, you develop friends. From that career, you're doing your work. So now people respect you. So now you have the friends in the 11th house, and you've achieved your hopes, wishes, and dreams in that 11th house. And now it's time to go to the next spiritual realm in that 12th house. You have lived the whole cycle through life, and that is something that we do constantly. Different pieces of us are in those cycles. Different pieces of you.
So, give that a round of applause. Did a great job. That was a great job. I appreciate it. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. The deal. Now, somebody just said, love just said, no matter how I try, I can't get into astrology. It seems overwhelming. Now, what do you say to people that says it seems so overwhelming? Because I know with numerology, it's so easy because it's like bird's eye view, quick, bop, 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 where the astrologer need the ephemeris, they need to do this, and they need to go there. They need the birthday. That's definitely need the birthday. They need the longitude and the latitude. This person says it's overwhelming. Maybe the math is overwhelming. Maybe going to the ephemeris is overwhelming. Why? What would you say to a beautiful sister or this person named Love that's saying that?
Well, there are techniques that make it a lot less overwhelming that you can still predict with. You can still do cosmophysics. I got to give them a shout out.
Oh, that's my brother. I had Raku. Raku's my boy. I had him on my channel. Bro. That's my brother.
Yes.
Him and I, we just
not giving them a shout out with that. They are very big on just simple techniques where you don't need the software. And from there is when I realized, learn how to calculate these things on your own.
On your own, yes.
There is a time coming, y'all. I mean, I'm looking at these transits, and there's a time coming where you're gonna wish that you learned how to do these things on your own. So to answer that question, though, I understand where you're coming from, and I have to be honest to say, there's a certain type of mind that getting into astrology, you have to be able to sit and focus and really be interested in this. And I say, take it piece by piece, by piece. That was the big deal for me. When it hit me in school, because I know when I learned things, I needed to know the beginning and the end. And sometimes I would skip to the end. In high school, learn things like, okay, that's the gist of it. That's the Sagittarius. This was the whole gist. Okay, that's the gist of it. But what messed me up with astrology and almost made me give up, similar to this sister, was there is no gist. There's no end. I mean, for some there's an end, but once you think there's an end, there's more to it that you didn't know or you didn't learn.
Exactly.
So I think that's what makes it it will be less overwhelming if you surrender to the fact that there is no bottom. There is no end. This is an ongoing study. They put us here in this matrix and we forgot. So we learn all this stuff all over again. Just take your time. It's there. It's within you. You are astrology.
That's right. Get that a round of applause. Woo, Lord. My girl is on fire. Now, family. Let me tell you. Let me make sure y'all understand that sometimes you got to start with your own family. People that's asking me about booking a session, my number is right there. All you have to do is text me if you want to book a session with me. Text me your full name and date of birth, and you could do a one-on-one session with me over the phone. I don't do that face on face. I don't do that. Lloyd does that. If you want to do that with him, you go to New York and do that. I was doing this online stuff for a long time before the so-called pandemic and all that. I wasn't into all that face to face because especially when you're out on the street. And you're doing it because I come from a security background from the Nation of Islam and all that. I'm always watching my back, so my eyes is over, so I can't really focus. I focus, but I'm still, my eyes are moving because we used to have to bodyguard the Khalid, Muhammad, and the Farrakhan. So I had to make sure my eyes are always moving. So that's why I don't like to do anything. I just recently did something for at Tassili's event but my back was against the wall and I could see everything coming my way just in case. And then I knew who was on the side of me. I knew red pill and blue pill was on that side, and Ali, Queen of Four's son, was on my side. And then my back is against the wall. I'm watching everything. So if you're coming for me, you got to come straight to my face. So that's why I'm really, I tell people, don't treat what we do like parlor tricks. Do not do that. This is not a parlor trick. We are serious about what, like Erica says, Erica Badu, I'm sensitive about my ish. You know what I'm saying? I'm sensitive about this. And this sister, now how you say your name? I was saying it right? DeAriesha?
DeAriesha.
DeAriesha. Oh, I didn't know that. It was DeAriesha. Oh, that's easy now.
You were saying it with such enthusiasm. I didn't.
DeAriesha. I should have asked you before we got on, but I thought I knew it from that. But I always used to call you the Mac because you the Mac to me. You know, you the Mac.
Yeah, I love that. McDonald's. Oh no. I'm healthier than McDonald's.
You the Mac to me. You know. And I watched the movie The Mac back in the day, so I know you gangster too. So.
Before this, I told you I had sawdust all over me. I said, oh no, gotta get ready. And, I got ready, man.
It would have been all right. She looked good in that dress too, people. Don't say she stood up. I was like, God damn, stop playing. Praise Jesus.
Yes, I did. I had on a whole outfit today for this video.
So the Arisha, now I got it. DeAriesha Mack. DeAriesha Mack. Arisha, right? DeAriesha, like Orishas, like Orishas. DeAriesha, right? Yeah.
Or Spanish DeAriesha of DeAriesha.
Yes, but when y'all call her Miss Mac. She's gonna give you that astro attack. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna show you how it works just like that. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. So make sure y'all support my sister, and we're gonna take a hard break real quick. I just need to take a hard break real quick. I'm gonna bring her right back. We're gonna talk some more because we have her until 8:00 or the top of the hour in East Coast, and I know she's in the other side there. She's in the Texas side, so big up to the Texans. Which part of Texas you at now? Which part you in?
I'm in the north side.
Okay, you're in the North Texas. All right, yeah. Because I was over there. I was in Texas. I was at Houston, Texas, and that was a beautiful thing. I enjoyed the Shrine of the Black Madonna over there. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a beautiful thing. That's a good place to. You should be over there. You should go check it out and speak over there. You'll do well over there. I'm gonna have to connect you with some peoples.
Come on, man. Look at the star.
Come on now. We gonna do what we do and make it do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I'm gonna take you off and I'll be right back. We're gonna be right back. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, so look, we're gonna take this hard break real quick. Don't touch that dial. Your brother King Simon will be back with the Mac herself. Make sure you go to her website. It is all phenomenal website. You can learn a lot. That's the website right there, astrodstars.com. And we will be back after this. Don't touch it. It's your brother King Simon, and keep it locked. Peace. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Base. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numeral Base for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now. It's the numerational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. December 4th in Florida, Cosmic Alignment with Billy Carson alongside Ellison Nebra. And don't forget, King Simon with Dina Divine. And don't forget the one and only Joshua Sarah, all happening in Florida. Linktree/King Simon, the numeral Vader for tickets.
Blood in, blood out, that's the culture. Haters cause they ain't us, that's them vultures. It was all good when we was soldiers, but when we asked for that land that they owed us, blood in, blood.
That's right, family. We are black and we are looking good together, me and this sister here. fine as hell. We doing what we got. This is all about Hershey chocolate on this piece. So let me welcome my sister right here, the Mack is herself. DeAriesha is herself. DeAriesha is in the building. What's up, girl? Hold on. Let's see. Well, you ain't coming up. Oh, there you go. Woo. Oh, there you go. Woo, Lord. All right. There you, I thought you was gone. I almost thought you was gone. What's up, girl? Welcome back.
Yeah, still here.
Well, you know, people are asking questions in the chat. Let me find out what's going on. Person say they was 999 Divine. Do you have any advice on Sagittarius and feeling stagnant and stuck right now? She's born 9/6/1981. I pulled my natal chart, but I'm still learning. You know, what advice do you have for the Sag born?
Is this her ascendant? What's her rising sign?
She didn't say. Well, she's definitely born. She's born December 6th. So she's a Sag, straight up. Sun 1980.
Yeah, Sun and Sagittarius. I would want to know where her transits are, because right now Sagittarius signs, they're dealing with. Because I always talk about the way these transits start. You know, it's the start of an energy that's coming. And right now we're gonna have all this energy that's coming into Sagittarius, Scorpio. It's gonna be in Scorpio. And if Sagittarius is your ascendant, then you need to lay low and you need to find a way to go into retreat during that time period. So I think the best thing is to surrender to it.
That's good advice. As a matter of fact, in the science of numerology, you will be in one of your entering your crossroads. Well, not your crossroads, your critical cycle. So usually in the critical cycle before your birthday, you have to pay very close attention to things that's happening within you, but also outside of you, but making sure you don't get caught up in any contention, because right now you're at the crossroads of your life. For the last, in fact, 2 years, you've been in the crossroads. So this time, and crossroads is not negative, people. Just remember, crossroads is saying what it says. Cross the road. Stop making definitive decisions on where you need to go and how you need to do it. And because you're born on the 6th, you're a healer, so you need to find balance in whatever you do, especially in the numbers, and be willing to serve without even looking for anything in return, because really in your service is when you get the reciprocation as the byproduct. You know, from a numbers perspective. I'm just showing you how it can work. You know what I'm saying? People trying to drop birthdays on us. Like, calm down. We're not doing a bunch of sets, because when I start kicking, it's going to get kicked. And matter of fact, I was supposed to be on Brother Richard's show tonight, but because I got you and the other sister, Lloyd Strayhorn, is going to be on by himself tonight. But it is what it is. But we gonna turn up. You know, we gonna turn up.
Lloyd is a charmer.
Yeah, you know.
Lloyd.
I'm sure he is.
You feel everything is all right. Like it's just everything's gonna be okay.
You know, I was reading in the final thoughts. You gave your final thoughts, and you said in your final thoughts, you said, I hope I have been able to show how much of a fantastic instrument astrology is. My goal was to make it easy to use this tool to understanding oneself better, allowing room for greater self acceptance and love. Astrology can be a unique key to unlock hidden potentials with a new sense of awareness and confidence. Very profound, very powerful, because a lot of people don't realize, because they've been inundated with religion and different ways of life, our parents are our first mind control. Our family is the first form of mind control. Our parents, especially that mother you come out of. That's why, from what you said there, and there's more. That's just part of the final thought. There's more after that. I didn't want to read the whole thing. They could buy the book.
It sounds so good when you read it. I'm like, whoa, that's.
Matter of fact, you should get it. You should get it. You probably should put it in an audio book. You did well.
Oh, it is. It's right on there. It's on audible.com, and I'm narrating it myself. If you like.
Well, you know what? Though, so interesting you say that. I'm going to talk to you offline, because I need to do my own audibles. I need to know how to get on that and do my own thing. So
for sure, yeah. I definitely look you up.
Yeah, show me how to do it, and because I'm gonna go crazy. I got my own books. I got a few books, and I'm about to translate mine into Spanish. That's what I'm working on next.
Yes, that's excellent idea too.
Espanol. As a matter of fact, I got somebody that's a translator. Big up to Mystic IV333. She's a Afro Boricua that does tarot and all that. So big up to Mystic. I'm going to be bringing her into town. Matter of fact, I need to bring just all of y'all. Y'all need to just come on into
Georgia.
Florida
thing. I want to see Billy Carson and hang
out. Oh, you coming?
You.
Why don't you come on, hang out? We're going to be there. You need to come on. I mean, I might even let you on the lecture area. I might let you come up and just show the people some love. You know, because Lloyd says he might come through too. Lloyd said he might come down. That's gonna be nice. But yeah, so you need to. Yeah, I'm celebrating 27. I'm gonna be there for like a week or more. But I'm gonna go the night before. We go into the extreme spot. You know, the extreme, go roller skate and do my thing and all that, have some fun out there. Yeah, and then all day from the beach, we're going to do the remote viewing with Billy. Billy Carson going to show us remote viewing on the beach and some meditation and some stuff. And, you should come down, man. We're going to have that's December 4th. December 4th. So when it's cold in certain places, it's going to be hot where we going to be at.
That sounds like my kind of thing. People been trying to invite me to stuff, and I'd be like, no, I don't want to go. No, it doesn't excite me. That sounds exciting to me.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be it right here. It's called the Cosmic 1910 Alignment and Enhancement Meta Shop, man. It's only one day only for $111.11. It's gonna be we're gonna live stream it a little, but we're only gonna live stream the event indoors. But the outdoor we're not gonna live stream. But this is gonna be off the hook. I'm telling you, we're gonna get it in. We're going to get it in. So Billy already confirmed. So I already got Billy. Billy was the most important confirmation I needed. And then my brother Joshua and other sisters are just really coming up, and they're doing one of them is a spiritual she deals with Akashic records and all that, and the other one deals with tarot and all that. So but I want to I'm building a team of people, so I'm definitely going to talk to you about those things, and because I like to create those type of teams. You know how we do, girl. You know how we do. We haven't seen. Let me tell you, family, we haven't seen each other face to face in a long time. What was 2000? 2000 when? We haven't seen each other.
8, maybe 7. I think it was when I came back. I was living in Charleston, and I came to visit, and I was moving back officially, right. But not just yet. And I remember we were in Harlem hanging out.
Yes, at the National Black Theater.
That's where it was. I couldn't remember the name of it. It was the National. It was just huge. Like, that was incredible.
We had an event there, I think, and you was outside, and I think Lloyd was out there too, because he was also there.
And I was just looking around like, whoa, everybody was there.
Yeah, red and blue, I think, was there. Everybody was inside because we was all there. We was all there. So we was doing our thing. Definitely was doing our thing. So that was about 2008, 2000. Because I didn't even write my first book yet. So we haven't even, none of us wrote books yet. No, I didn't write my first book yet. I didn't write my first book till 2012. My first book is no promotion is bad promotion, and all publicity about my club life. That was my first book. Yeah, that was my first book. I didn't put that.
I don't know what it is about this time period. I just remember hanging out with you in the Black National Theater.
We was talking up a storm. Yeah, we was talking up a storm.
And us talking and exchanging just information. And I was just, and then you told me about Lloyd, and I was like, what?
This now I'm going to open up a can of worms here real quick, because I've had clients in the past that asked me, did their numbers reveal that they were either bisexual or homosexual? I want to go down. I want to touch that road. I want to touch.
Okay, we can touch it.
Yeah, just touch it. What do you see when you read a chart? Because some people you could tell they are whatever, but what do you see when you see a chart like that? Because some people go down whether they. I gotta ask that question, because I've asked that people have come up to me and I tell them what numbers you would that can attract that type of thing to them. So,
type of energy. It's for me, I look to certain signs, I look to certain houses, and then I look to certain combinations, of course. You got different types of days. I mean, what I mean by that is you have the person that is, having fantasies about the same sex, but they can't fulfill it. You have the person that's bisexual and wants both a man and a woman. You have the person that is, has been traumatized and has decided to take this route as well. So there's different types of reasons why someone would want to, and through the sign combination, I could see the reason. So one example, I would see Neptune in the 5th house. So Neptune is the lower vibration of Neptune is confusion, dissolvement, unsure, insecurity. Okay. The higher vibration is, of course, intuitive, spiritual, you know, sacrificial, and all that good stuff. But, you know, in its lower vibration, in the 5th, you are confused about romantic partners. You're confused about how to go about that. Let's say Neptune in your 7th. This is something so simple. I'm going through it can get more complex. Neptune in your 7th house, you're confused who to marry. It is an area. Now, let's say you have Aquarius on your 7th house, and you have your Venus and your Mars there, Aquarius, and it's in a area of your partnerships. You want something totally different. You don't want to do one-on-one. You might want to have a polyamorous relationship. Aquarius energy is polyamory. It's new. It's inventive. Right? Gemini energy is bisexual. I need two. I need either two of the same or two of the opposite. Just two. I need two. And Mars is going to be retrograding into Gemini too. So a lot of us are going to be facing our dual natures within us. What is the part of us that can be split? And let's bring it together. So
powerful. No, I know it can get intricate. I want to get that around the plug. I wanted to put that because that's some of the stuff that people be battling with when they come to sessions, and they would ask me, and I said, well, the main numbers for that can attract that is usually the 3, 5, and the 9.
Really?
Yes, it's interesting. The 3, 5, and the 9. The other numbers is more because they've been abused or molested, like the even numbers, they get more abused and molested over the years that might push them towards that. But 3, 5, and 9, which is interesting because you said Gemini, and Gemini is connected to the number 5 in numerology. And you said Scorpio. Did you say Scorpio or you said Neptune? I think. Yeah, Aquarius. What Aquarius is because of that rebel energy, but that 4 energy usually because of the 4 is connected to Aquarius, deals with the weird and unusual stuff. That's why they got to be very careful of who you allow in them that can turn them out that way to go towards. So the numbers show you, each one of them can show you which one can go down the road, but it's just a matter of discipline and a matter of who's introducing it to them. It's just like when I was young, we was like 6, 7. One of my cousins tried to kiss me, and I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" But I didn't understand what he was doing, but I didn't want to come back to that house no more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but both of us is the same age. So it's like, where do you get this from? But that's how, but when I looked at his numbers, he's connected to that 9 energy again. And, so I look at all of it.
So he's really about that life.
Well, he never totally went down that road, but I know at another instance, somebody said that he did, you know what I'm saying? But I don't keep into his business, but that's the whole thing, because he's been married and all that. But I checked that whole numbers out. I was like, wow. And then looking at those type of things, because one thing about these sciences, you could study your family, study yourself, study your friends, study your mom, your dad, and all that kind of stuff. And it'll help give you those.
Trauma. You could study actual trauma that brought that on.
Exactly.
If it was brought on by trauma, because it can be. I mean, I know a lot of people in the gay community get upset when you do say that, like, oh, no. But for some people, that's their story. For some people, the story is, that's just what they always wanted, and it blah, blah, blah. But whatever direction you're taking, there's that foundation, mommy, daddy, your sun, and your moon. Okay, mommy and daddy. What did they have going on? What tendencies did they have? Because it's
More
passed
tendency,
down.
because it can be passed down just like hereditary stuff. It can be
There
passed
you
down.
go.
So when you might say you're born into it, it's not exactly you being born into, because no child is trying to hop on top of another child and have sex with them. That's not,
It's
come
a
on, that's a sexual
decision.
preference. But it's something that you develop over whatever. Could be food, could be all of that. Even Tyrone Hayes, the scientist, proved that, using what they did with frogs and all that.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you
Oh,
remember
wow.
that?
That
Yeah.
was
Oh,
so
yeah.
deep.
Yeah, I
That
remember
was so
him.
deep.
And I think he's born July 15th. I think he's born July 15th. Great brother. I wish
Man.
but I'm glad you pointed that out, and glad we jumped on and talked about that, because I know a lot of people watch over and over these type of things, and to know that you can pinpoint those things in these different modalities. And I remember Dr. Africa saying, you could reverse the effect of it too if you want to. You can reverse the effect.
Dr. Africa used to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I'm glad you shouted. I'm glad you shouted out Dr. Africa. What you said?
I did.
Yes,
I
you did.
sure did. What did he say? Did he
Oh
give
yeah,
a
it's in the
technique?
book. It's in the book Nutricide, the original Nutricide and the newest Nutricide Part 2, about reversing the effect, because usually it's an emotional thing that they go through. It's all emotional. Even Dr. Sabi said he could cure it back in the day. Dr. Sabi,
Dr.
but you
Sabi
see,
used to say he could cure
yeah, he
homosexuality?
could cure. Yeah, what Dr. Sabi? That too, he used to say he could cure.
I've never heard that in my life.
Yeah, those type of, because people ask all types of questions. You know what I'm saying? They ask them all types of questions. I've been around Dr. Africa enough, and of course his books. And I remember one time I was giving out flyers. I was promoting Dr. Africa in Brooklyn, and the person said, he was real African, dressed down and everything. He said, "Oh, I don't read Dr. Africa's come to Dr. Africa's stuff because he's homophobic." I said, "Dr. Africa ain't afraid of no homos." I told him just like that. I said, he just comes from a
word.
They like to say the homophobic. I'm like, come on, stop playing. That means he's afraid of. He's not afraid because he tells you to your face on stage or off stage what it is, and try to break it down to you. But I told him, no, it's not like that. He's not. No, it's what he says. I said, but that don't mean he's homophobic. If you talk to Doc is breaking it down from a scientific. He came from a military nurse background, and he come from the labs and the science of it. Yeah. So he's just showing you how you can deal with it, and reverse it. Say it again.
What you were saying. No, you were talking about the reverse science.
Yeah, he was talking about that, and it's in his books. It's in his books, because he knows a lot of stuff is happen through trauma, and it could happen, like you said earlier, about trauma of the mother and the father. They thinking about it. You could be thinking that your parents, and I can attest to this because I know my great grandfather took his life, and I know I had it in my blood to want to take my life. So it can be passed down from one generation to another. Unless you catch it and understand it and learn to unpack it, whether you got to go to therapy or whatever, you got to catch it, especially from early. You know what I'm saying?
This lifestyle of giving you fruit. Is it, whatever lifestyle you choose, are you truly happy? Is it truly giving you what you need? And are you able to produce and bear fruit with that lifestyle? If you are, hey, that's you. You're happy.
That's you. Exactly.
It is what it is. But there's so many ways to get to that road. So it's people are complex. Individual sexuality is really complex. But yes, that sun and moon will take you to the road where it started.
Yeah,
anything started.
Because I remember going to a reader, and if this is nothing new, I threw sex parties before, and I said, and one of the readers said, yeah, your chart says you would be into sex parties and orgies and stuff, and I did the swing stuff and all that. I used to facilitate those things. I never gay stuff, but it was always definitely women on women. They might have fun and do their thing, and I enjoy seeing the sisters back in those days do their thing. But I was just that dude. I was doing strip shows and all that. So I was producing those parties. So and like I say all the time, I did every party except the gay party. So it's what it is.
And I remember they asked Grace Jones. I love this. I thought.
And that's a relative of mine, ma'am. That's a relative of mine. On
my
father's. That's my father's. One of my father's second or third cousins. Yes, my father. My cousin, yo, no, that was so funny. My auntie who passed on, she said they used to call her Gracie. So she was they was living in Spanish Town right there, right off of King Street. That whole family, that whole thing was right there. My family still own a house over there. So they told, yeah. And
Oh,
I met her a few times, but but I met her the one time that I met her, she gave me a number, took me backstage. They took pictures of us, my long lost cousin and all that, because I mentioned a few names. And then she said, and then that phone, this guy talked to her once on the phone, then she disappeared, went to France or wherever she goes. She just keep on moving. That's just what she
but she showed you love, though. She showed you some
oh
love.
man, she pulled me backstage. We was watching Luther Vandross for the 20th anniversary of WBLS. I was there. Frankie Crocker was there at that time, and I was a writer. So she pulled me back, and I was sitting in the writer's seat. And I said, Mrs. I said a name that she's connected to, Mrs. Walters, because Jones is one of the family names. Walters is one of the. She said, I haven't heard that name in years, and she said, who are you? And she pulled me back. And pulled me backstage, and they took the foreign press was taking pictures of me and Grace Jones. She's a Taurus, also. She's a Taurus. She's a Taurus. She born the same day as Malcolm X.
Oh, I got to meet. I wanted to meet. When you feel it in your heart. Whitney was one. Michael was one. I missed out, but I would love to catch Miss Grace Jones. I would just love to.
Yeah, she got a great. She still got her performance going on. She's still rocking, but but yeah, she's a Taurus. She's a Taurus, just like you. She's a Taurus.
Right.
So
and
so
she probably all on the same mission.
But I know we now at the 8 o'clock hour. I really want to thank you for coming on. Of course, want to thank you for coming on. And oh yeah, we got more talking to do. You know what it is, girl. Please go to her website, family. Show love at her website. Please spread some love at her website. The sister here is powerful in the astrology. You hear a shout out to Cosmo Physics, my man Raku and the whole crew. That means she's studying. And she said she shouted out Samuel Jackson. Although I know Sam and Raku sometimes have their ups and downs with each other. I know, right?
Everybody is like breakdancer. Everybody got their own style. And
everybody got their own style. Exactly. Everybody. So that's the powerful thing. But I'm thankful that you came on. Remember, this is her Cash App, Astro $ Astro D5. Her IG is, of course, Astro D stars 5, and then of course the other IG is DeAriesha. DeAriesha. That's all. I'm here bugging out. I know I had it right there in my tongue right there. Don't forget her PayPal too. That's astrodstars@gmail.com. Of course, make sure you show some love any way you can. I know England, you can't use Cash App. If you're outside of the United States, you got to use PayPal. So it is what it is. My dear, I want to thank you very much for coming on. And family, don't forget, I do have another show coming up at 9 o'clock with a personal coach. And we're going to have anything you want to say in closing, my dear Miss Mack?
I'm just so thankful for you, Simon. This was so special, and it was so much fun. I was looking forward to it all week. And I'm just thankful for this opportunity.
Damn, I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm proud. Like I said, this book is definitely it's ABC's family. Also, this is all her books. You can go get ABC's Astrology, the Beginner's Guide to Becoming Your Own Astrologer. Of course, The Planets for Children with Myra's Adventures, Sister Myra's Adventures, of course, and also ABC of Astrology, a guide to relationship synastry. So that's powerful. Again. Show us some love. She is a wonderful spirit. I need you to come down to Florida. Come on out, hang out. Let's go on the beach. Let's go walk this beach. Yeah, come on out. Let's go walk this beach together. We're gonna have a good, all of it, me and all my spiritual women around me. I like this. This gonna be a party.
Come on out.
I'm born the same day as Rick James, so I'm crazy. Right?
Are you serious? Oh no, Rick James! Oh man, I love me some Rick James, but then he's crazy too. I'm like, man, I could. That's the man.
He all crazy. But I appreciate you, my dear. Be safe, and I'll talk to you another. I don't know how long you'll be up. I'll call you. I'll text you.
Call me tonight, because I got to ask you a couple questions about stuff that you mentioned today.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Okay,
All right.
yeah, give me a chance as soon as you can. All right.
All right, beautiful. Be safe. We'll talk. I'll talk to you later, okay? Yeah! My sister, my sister. That's my sister there. Okay, stop playing. You know, we in trouble now. We in trouble. They all coming out. They gonna be coming out. Don't forget, I have a major event in Florida. If y'all want to hang out on the beach with myself and Billy Carson and all these great people, this is what's coming up. So, you know, these sisters saying they coming out. So we know it's gonna be about 75 to 80 degrees in December over there in Florida. So y'all want to come out and celebrate. One day only, but I'm gonna be there. We're gonna be there for the whole weekend. I'm gonna be there for at least a week or two for the whole month. But if y'all want to come out, Billy Carson, Ellison Nedra, King Simon, Dina Divine, Joshua Sarah, and we're gonna have special guests passing through. As you can see, even Lloyd said he wants to pass through. I got some other special guests that said they want to pass through for that one day special event. But that whole weekend we're gonna have a blast because we got. I'm going to the extreme sports place. Gonna do some bowling, gonna do some roller skating, all that kind of stuff. And then that Sunday is gonna be the work. We're gonna put in that work on Sunday. So from the beach to the venue, baby, we're gonna have a good time. So big up to everybody that's gonna be coming through that. All right, look, family, I got to get ready to get on out of here and prepare for the next show that's coming up, because the next show after this show at 9 o'clock, like I said, I got a double header. 9 o'clock, we got this beautiful sister coming in, Kesia L. Jones. So please, please come back. We're going to have a good time. And remember, family, please stay focused in what you do and how you do. Don't forget, coming up is this beautiful sister on the 23rd, 11 a.m. that Sunday morning, and that Karma Anika Ma'at. She's got a one-woman show coming to the new Black Wall Street market in Stonecrest. And don't forget, that evening we'll be speaking to the one, the only Lumumba Grandmaster GM Lumumba Hernandez. They used to call him the Snookus Man. They still call him the Snookus Man because he was our Master Power's first grand champion in Snookus Rule Jiu-Jitsu. And don't forget, on the 29th, tributes to our ancestors at the Royal Chamber. Big up to the whole crew that's going to be there, of course, presented by the one, the only Sacred Secret and the Royal Chamber also. And that's located at 49 Bennett Street. And don't forget, I forgot to turn on my music. Stop playing. Where my music at? Put on my reggae background music. There it is. And put on my background music right now. All right. So this is where it's at. Okay. This is my reggae tune background. That's it. All right. There you go. Let me turn up some volume. Put some volume as it goes out. All right. Yes. Ooh, yeah. Don't forget. Make sure you support this new book. This new book is out and about. It's called I Am. Make sure you go to the website. Of course, supercharge your imagination with affirmations that will open the eye in your mind to infinite possibilities, by the one, the only Joshua Selden. This is not only for children, it's for adults also. It's an eye-opening affirmational book, and all you have to do is go to their website right now, IamPublishing.com. Hit them up at IG, at, of course, I Am Publishing, and also YoungGod_235, and also TikTok, I Am Publishing. Make sure you hit him up, support. He's one of the new ads on my show here. And of course, if you want to do any hypnotherapy, check out Kendall Cobb. That's her number, 800-503-1993. And of course, if you want some great soups, vegan soups, or apple cobbler, peach cobbler, cherry cobbler mailed to you or delivered to you, if you're an hour away from Atlanta, she delivers. But if you need it mailed to you in all 50 states and in Canada, she does that too. Big up to Queen's Cuisine. 518-SOUP now. Text her or call 518-SOUP now and tell them King Simon. Especially if you have people that have problems cooking for themselves and all that, she can prepare a whole meal that she could send to you monthly. And you could actually put it in the refrigerator or put it in the freezer like it's a vegan frozen food. You could create that all you want. This sister can hook you up. Just tell her King Simon sent you. And really, tell her King Simon sent you. She'll hook you up. 518-SOUP now. That's 518-SOUP now. And if you want to go and travel with the Kwesi family, Baba Ashra Kwesi's big tour to either Cairo, Kemet, Nubia, Ethiopia, call him right now and tell him that King Simon sent you. 214-371-02 That's 214-371-0206. Big up to Ashwa Kwesi all the time. Don't forget Enkera Fashion Show in South Florida on October. That's happening on October the 22nd. That's October the 22nd, and that's going to be in Lauderdale, Florida. Go to chicimprint.com. That's chicimprint.com. And don't forget, Lloyd Strayhorn is also doing great work, of course. Lloyd-strayhorn.com. Get his books, take his sessions, take his class, all of that. Make sure you support Lloyd-strayhorn.com. And don't forget, boom, Udemy.com. It's the highest rated right now. Holistic Numerovation is the highest rated. Right now on Udemy.com, it's only 2 hours introductory class, but if you want the full course meal, that is it. Text the word course to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And don't forget, you want to book a full session, please text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. If you just want the pre-recorded, you can text us and you'll get it from a male and female perspective with myself and Empress Etoy. All you have to do is text the first name and your date of birth to 347-496-1022, and I'll send you the details. And of course, content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. And don't forget, disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. There it is, family. I'm so happy that we had our time together, family. I'm going to close out with Delbert Blair prayer as usual, although I'm coming back up at 9 o'clock again with our beautiful sister, Kesia Jones. Let me turn off my music there. I just want to say thank y'all very much for tuning in. Thank y'all for being your great self. Big up to the beautiful, the Mac herself, DeAriesha herself, Mac, for coming in and showing some love. Let me give her a round of applause. Again, please go to her website, book a session with her. Book a session with her. She's off the hook. She's off the hook when it comes to astrology. AstroDsStars.com. Make sure you show her some love. She deserves love. She's a Taurus. She deserves love. That's a very loving and stable sign when they are. My mama is a Taurus, so I know that how that works. And my North Node is a Taurus, and so I understand that even much more deeply on another level. You know what I'm saying? And again, let's close out with Dr. Delbert Blair's prayers real quick. If you want to support Dr. Delbert Blair's Legacy Shop, please go to his website. That's the metacenter2.com, www.themetacenter2. Show Dr. Blair some love, please. Show Dr. Blair some love, please. Show Dr. Blair some love, please. Show Dr. Blair some love. All right. Got to show Dr. Blair some love wherever he's in the realm. Believe me, every time I have a dream about Dr. Blair, he's always teaching in a classroom setting. So he's doing what he loves to do on the other side. This is the prayer, family. Let's close out with the prayer. Ja, Li, Tu. Take a deep breath. Relax. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back of the universe. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair, all the time. Make sure y'all show Dr. Blair some love. He got his books. They teaching hydroponics. They doing all kinds of stuff. They got the diodes. They got the crystals. They got all the stuff, all the metaphysics, magnets, and all that. They still have it on his website. That's www.themetacenter2.com. Big up to Brother Tony and the whole crew. We're going to say it one more time before we get on out of here. Please, Universal Creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which I live or we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. Once again, thank you, Dr. Blair. And like I always says, Like Marcus Mosiah Garvey says, one love, one aim, one destiny. Up, you mighty nation, you could accomplish what you will. And like my dear friend and old friend and comrade Dr. Khalid Muhammad used to say, regardless of land, label, or language, there is but one God, one creative force that is connected to all of us because we are gods having a human experience. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Love you. I'll see you at 9 o'clock with Kesia Jones right here on King Simon Presents Only Quality People. We'll be right back at 9 o'clock. Don't touch that dial or get ready to come back and log in again and hang out with me with this beautiful sister from Nashville. Peace.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numero Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. December 4th in Florida, Cosmic Alignment with Billy Carson alongside Ellison Nebra. And don't forget, King Simon with Dina Divine. And don't forget the one and only Joshua Sarah, all happening in Florida. Linktree /King Simon, the Numero Beta for tickets.